The best use for CPACE is not to push leverage into the stratosphere. It's to help rationalize the capital stack.
So CPACE is a great fit for new construction when the property owner is trying to bring in some additional debt to the property versus having to go into their pocket to put more equity in, or if they are bringing in additional debt to lower the cost of that incremental debt. So if you look at the capital stack, you've got your main construction lender who will put in between 50 and 60 cents on the dollar on average. And then you've got, let's say, a 40-cent gap, and you can close that with equity, which is expensive. You can close that with mezzanine debt, which is also expensive, typically double digits, or you could fill some of that gap with PACE, which is traditionally single-digit financing.
When you can get a sliver of the capital stack, a portion of that would be a 30-year term. And combining that with a shorter term debt like a construction loan, which is maybe a 24 to 36 month term, it's really a hedge against the term. So it's reducing your payoff exposure at the very end. We're currently doing a new construction ground up multifamily whereby the construction loan comes from a credit union. Credit union is saying credit allows us to go up to 30 million bucks. But by ourselves, we can only do 20 million. And so that's leaving a $10 million gap. So it comes in CPACE and it's solving that gap in the stack and rounding out the entire capital stack and helping get the project done.
It can unlock value for esoteric asset classes where borrowing costs would otherwise be prohibitive or not even available. The same is true for out of favor asset classes like office. It's often very beneficial for construction projects. Construction financing is inherently more risky. So anytime borrowers would otherwise be paying north of 9%, PACE is going to be accretive.
You gotta have a cost of capital that works for the investment. That universe gets smaller, and then you're left with debt fund players that roll with stuff unlevered, and they have to charge a higher rate to make things work for their capital. So that capital gets pretty expensive, and you need something like CPACE to kind of come in and blend it down.
It can be used across any asset class. It can be used for future projects. The question is, where is PACE accretive, or why does PACE make the most sense? That's like the crux of my job, is finding the opportunities where PACE really unlocks value.